with the jokes too. Hello. Okay, we are live. Say something.
Live and in living color. That matches the fedora on Sister Sage or CK.
No Sister Sage here. It's straight talking fedora.
That's straight talking fedora, and she's wearing the red fedora. And for people that have pixelated cameras, you will have no problem looking at that red hat. Now, we are live and live in color right now on straight talking fedora chick right here on YouTube.
You can tell he worked 35 years in radio.
Yeah.
He was a radio producer for news talk radio for music stations.
Well, and as they say, loving it. You know, those were the good old days of commercial.
Hey, Purple Clover.
And I still do podcasting now, which are still the good old days.
So,
matter of fact, Fedora chick right here has had a radio show of her own, and we're
yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Classic rock and blues.
Yeah, I hosted a blues show. That's correct. I did. I hosted a blues show. Yeah, Sheldon here was a producer. Did pretty much the same job that DC media girl, aka Clara Frank, claimed to do for Fox News.
But managed to stay in the job a little longer, shall we?
She is the only person I told him about because of her broadcasting background and his. And I played once that clip of her spurting off in the bullhorn and the dog looked embarrassed. And I had asked you, what would happen if your overlords at the radio station saw you doing that on YouTube, even if it was your personal account?
I wouldn't have not have lasted close to how many years I've been lasted in commercial broadcasting. I would have been given the trap door. If you've ever seen Get Smart, the opening segment when Don Adams goes into the phone booth, makes a call, and all of a sudden he drops into control. Well, that's what I pretty much would do. I would be dropping. I would take that, and the trap door would go underneath me, and I would be in a pool of alligators, and the sight wouldn't be very nice, would it?
Because what you had told me once, okay, because you had told me once that you guys, all of you, even with your personal social media accounts, you were still representing the station you work for, right?
Yeah. I mean, I can never slam. First of all, it's also good business sense to never slam your previous employer, because let's say maybe later on there is an opening and they might be interested in your candidacy. If they see that, for sure you'll never get it. I mean, look, I left on very, very good terms.
Yeah, sure.
And but you know, it left me with a sour taste in my mouth. But that, I mean, it's all these big companies are like that, and
yeah, exactly.
That's the problem. You don't shoot the messenger that gave you this opportunity in the first place. And if I were to do that, I would not even have lasted for 2 minutes. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah, and especially if you're in the public eye, you represent the entire company, even if you're not on the microphone. As long as your name is synonymous with that organization, you can't. I mean, you can't do this.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
Just a second, there are some people. Hello, Methany, Linda B, Purple Clover, KH, Pink Blush, Tushy Galore. Good to see you. Just greeting everybody in the chat. Of course, Jamie's Haven is here.
Reminds me of Romper Room. I could see this. I could see that person looking into a mirror. Hello and welcome aboard, everybody, to Straight Talking Fedora Chick with the redhat.com.
Okay, do I have any mods in here? Hey, Nikki, Laura Lulu, great. I have a mod. Excellent.
Hi, mod.
I have a mod. Okay, Laura Lulu.
Yeah, Bell Bottoms on mod? There used to be a show called Mod.
Yes, there was in the 70s. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, like by B. Arthur, who was also Dorothy Spornak on the Golden Girls. Yeah, by the way, do you want to tell them your name or whatever screen name you want to give or whatever? Just so they can have a point. Instead of saying point and saying, hey, you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, back when Turner Overdrive came out with that song, Hey You, you know, but, you know, I hate to say, you know, hey, you, yeah, yeah, you, how's it going, you, how you doing, you?
So, what are you going to call yourself?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call myself the Wizard of Oz. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna call myself Seth.
Seth?
Yeah, not Seth to be confused with Seth Rogen, but Seth. SCF.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, he is also the voice behind B.A.F. Ucker the Panda, for those who are wondering.
Yeah.
For those who have not seen videos featuring B.A.F. Ucker the Panda, I will link those videos in the pinned comment below when we are done. Yeah.
I always loved Honey anyway when I was a kid, so it was perfect.
In UK, they're not allowed to give bad references, so they just reviews. I see. Purple number. Seth. He reminds me of a cross between Bob Saget and Howie Mandel. I mean it as a compliment.
Okay, compliment taken. Thank you very much. I may not have the bald spot yet like Howie Mandel, but heck, I'll take it. And
yeah.
And Bob
Hang on.
Saget,
Before we start the challenge, I'm waiting for a few more people to stop in.
Yeah.
Anybody in the chat, if you can let people know on Twitter that I'm on now, that would be appreciated.
And just say everybody to go on, fedorachick.com. Just make sure it's stayed on Twitter and Facebook. She's wearing a red hat today.
Yeah.
Red is a very, it's a color that would attract people to come to see your show. So. Yeah,
okay.
don't all chime in at once for the it was a little bit of silence is golden there.
Okay, yeah. We know you have the gift of the gab. Hey, Death Valley, good. I have second mod. Great. Hey, Death Valley. Yeah,
you got a couple of mods?
I'm trying to let people know on Twitter and on Instagram that we're live now and that you've made it on camera before we start the challenge. Or here they give you a suspiciously good reference to move you on. I'm in the UK too. Okay, yeah, we have a few people from the UK in the chat. Excellent.
Well, welcome from people from the UK. Fabulous place. Fabulous.
Orwell's Trumpet. I don't believe we've seen you here before. Welcome to Straight Talkin' Fedora Chick. He says how he shaved his head due to OCD. Well, I didn't know that. I knew he had OCD. I didn't know he shaved his head because of it.
Well, I didn't shave my head because I have OCD, but I don't have OCD, so that's fine.
No, you don't. You don't. Hey, Chrissy. Miss MacGyver. Miss MacGyver's in Sweden, I think.
It's what you call an NHC. New haircut, but I haven't had that in a while, so.
Hey, Naughty Rudolph. Good to see you. Another one from overseas. Cool. Okay. So anyways, how this is going to work is the only person, just to be clear, you don't follow the YouTube trash fires that I cover, that my friends cover. You don't follow it. You don't know much about it. The only person from Haydur Nation I ever told you about was Clara, and that's because of the your broadcasting background. We already went over that. So anyways, it's a complex matter. Look at the face you're making. You look scared.
No, I'm not just scared. Scared stiff is more like it, but okay.
Oh, it's not gonna hurt. Yes, it's not gonna hurt. Yeah. Hey, Lane.
I got my drink here. No, just kidding. Water.
It's water. It's water. Same here. We're on water. Okay, so as you can see, no, we're not drinking vast quantities of vodka.
Hello? Okay.
We're not MFW.
Okay.
So we're going to get to that shortly. When I share the screen, I'm going to be sharing the screen with a stop clock, a stopwatch. Okay, set at 30 minutes, and it's going to count backwards, so you get to all watch.
No pressure here, people. No pressure here whatsoever.
Yeah, and you're going to see the timer. During that half hour, when the clock starts, I will not be addressing the chat because I need the time. He will be reacting to everything I say in his way. He's not scripted, so he'll be giving a fresh reaction.
Oh, definitely.
He may ask questions.
Yeah.
He may ask questions. Okay, so but that half hour, I'm not going to be interacting with the chat. Okay, that's how it's going to go.
No offense, people in the chat. I mean, but just if you really want to pay very close attention, pay attention to Fedora Chick's hat. If that doesn't keep you in the grand scheme of things, I don't know which. And by the way, there's no truth to the rumor that there's no additional pitchers of water underneath that. So
No, there are no
I
pictures.
want to get that really out there.
Hey, Terry. Good to see you. Yes. All right. Okay. We're making friends in the chat. Excellent. So I'm counting on you to continue in this vein. Yeah. I'm counting on you all to continue in this vein when we do this for about a half hour. After which time I will address the chat. He can't see the chat. So if you've got questions for him, I will relay them to him after we're done. Like now, before we start, and after we're done. Yes. Okay. Yes, you can ask questions afterwards, Kay. Hey, Terry K. Good to see you. Okay. But first, what we're going to do is we're going to shake our rattle can, and we're going to do the obnoxious e-begging portion of the show. Oh. Michelle is supposed to be along shortly. She just said,
"Please help me, Lord." Okay.
Yeah, Michelle should be along shortly. Okay. It's Michelle's favorite part of the show, the obnoxious e-begging portion of the show. It's Michelle's favorite part of the show. Oh. You're at work. You'll be listening in. Excellent, Lane. Okay. So, anyways, the obnoxious e-begging portion of the show. Again, I want to thank all of you who have shared or shown support for my landlord issues, and those who shared or donated or helped in any way with the GoFundMe. You know about my GoFundMe. You know about my GoFundMe.
I do know about your GoFundMe. Yes.
Yeah.
I do and I really do want to thank the people that have done that. CK and I are very, very close friends, and yeah, and I was really amazed on the tremendous help and support that they all gave you. And thank you to everybody that's contributed. And if they didn't contribute, at least they lend support and good wishes and encouragement, advice, and that's great. And I want to thank each and every one that's really went out on the limb for you.
Well, thank you. Kinda. You're back just in time, kinda. Hey, Michelle, you're just in time for the obnoxious e-begging portion. Anyways, I'm going to share the link to the GoFundMe. We are over 3/4 of the way to goal. Also, to let you all know, I do plan to take it down at the end of next week because it'll have been a month, and that's long enough. So you still have time if you wish. If not, no pressure. It's okay. About to drop. Oh, crap. So, hang on. All right. Yes, we are all mad here.
There's also no truth to the rumor that underneath Fedora Chic's hat is a point-of-sale service for debit or credit cards for the GoFundMe. So I just want to, again, I really want to make this perfectly clear so people don't think you have anything under your hat other than your hair.
Exactly. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. I really wanted to dispel any rumors.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I've got horns under this hat. Yes, I did. So anyways, there's that. Okay, if you wish to join the channel, it is $1.99 per month. You just have to click the join button underneath the video or through the super chat button. If you can't find the join button, I'm going to provide you a link. So you can. For $1.99 per month, you get some cool custom emojis to use in the chat and in the comments section. Also, once a week, the members only chat, as well as access to the Mad Hatters Lounge, exclusive to channel members in my Discord server, and early access to most of my uploads ad-free. So I think, so that's the channel memberships. Also, one-time donations, you can also donate through PayPal. Rest assured, if you choose to go through PayPal, I will keep all your information. Confidential. Methany Williams, DC is only going to be a very small part of this conversation. We're going to be talking about, I'm going to explain haydurnation as a whole, and I'm only going to explain who the bigger players are, for lack of a better term. All right, yeah. Anyways, I also have a merch store. Go check it out. I've got T-shirts for all sizes. I've even got kids' T-shirts. Miss Hussey. Yeah, before we start the challenge, we will talk a bit about Miss Hussey. Yes, you got to hear about Miss Hussey.
Oh, I really have to hear about Miss Hussey? Okay.
Yes, you do. Yes,
As
you
long
must.
as she doesn't Hussey hustles, then we're fine.
Yeah, it works. That works that way too. Hussey hustle. Yeah, it works that way too.
You know, like do the hustle Van McCoy orchestra, you know? Like yeah.
Also, I have a second channel called Fedora Social Experiment. It's experiments with live streams. It's experiments with live streams and story times and with comedy. I already have several videos up. Last month, thanks to the idea of John's Peanut Gallery, we played a game of Let's Ask Google last month, and it got pretty racy to the point where I had to age restrict the video. But it was
that would have left me out then. Okay.
It was such a crowd pleaser that I decided to make it a monthly event over at my second channel. So go check it out. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And of course, there's my Discord server. You have to be 18 and up to join. We have rooms to suit all tastes. We're a pretty chill group. Some Discord members like Michelle in the chat, she can tell you. And yeah. And you have to be 18 and up to join. And as mentioned about the channel members. Now, before we go on, Miss Hussey.
That leaves me out. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to show you what Miss Hussey looks like.
Oh, okay. I should have gotten the Alka-Seltzer before or now, or the Rolaids. If you're going to
take whatever you got on hand. Take whatever you got on hand. Now you got to see what Miss Hussey's getup is.
That. Cheers. Okay.
Now, Miss Hussey, Miss Hussey is a troll, basically. This is a guy who set up. He comes on wearing a wig and garish sunglasses.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Here, here's one for him. Hang on. I'm going to share the screen in just a second. I'm going to share the screen in just a second. I'm just pulling up a random Miss Hussey video. Okay. Yeah, Foodie Beauty Drama, my channel memberships is still up. Okay, we're going to see that. Hang on, my computer's a little slow, okay? My computer is, oh no, it froze.
Oh, the computer's slow. That never happens to you. Never.
No, never.
Never. This is totally unheard of.
And you got to hear how he talks too. This is him.
Oh boy.
Hello, Hussies. What is y'all doing?
He reminds me of Ted Nugent.
Really? Really?
Well, not Ted Nugent now because he has very, very short hair, but back in the days when he did Stranglehold, he had long hair.
Oh, yeah, in the 70s, yeah.
Yeah, in the 70s, yeah. This guy kind of looked like he rode on the Harley Davidson and he missed. Not good.
Yeah. Angel, hello.
Here, let's...
Uh-huh.
Bunny Girl, hello, sweetheart.
Yeah, that's Miss Hussey.
I hate to find out what's under his hat, but somebody tells me he hasn't used Head and Shoulders for a while. But okay.
He always wears a wig. Usually.
Geez, I wonder why.
He has pink, purple wigs, wears a different hat, wears a different pair of garish sunglasses, and his favorite expressions are, "Oh my stars."
Oh, I see. I just noticed something. I actually could see the chat. Pink Blush was saying Ted Nugent is Miss Hussey. I'm dead.
Well, nobody ever heard of Miss Hussey being compared to Ted Nugent.
Well, you see, you heard it here first, people. I'm the man. Okay.
Yeah, Miss Hussey is part of that motley group of haydurnation. And just to go over a little bit, Miss Hussey last night got himself into a wee bit of trouble. He's the only one in New York City that I know that probably got himself blacklisted at every gay bar.
Oh, boy.
He went on camera. He was drunk. He was belligerent. And the one person that actually said hello to him, he was rude to. He was filming people without their consent. And he was pretty, you know.
Oh, one of those, eh?
Like Brador?
Oh, okay. Yeah, Fedora. Okay.
Yeah, Brador. Yeah.
Hello.
Brador. Miss fucking Wonderful would love you. She's looking for a drinking.
Yeah. You know, it was actually standout that was really good in doing that was Foster Brooks. If you've ever seen Foster Brooks on, on the celebrity roast from Dean Martin, he has it completely nails it. He is so funny. It is incredible. His diction, everything.
Oh,
so
hey.
All you need to do is, if anybody's never heard of Foster Brooks, Google Foster Brooks and Dean Martin roasts.
Oh yeah,
you'll see exactly what I mean.
More people just stopped in. Hey, Peanut, John's Peanut Gallery. Who else has just stopped by? Lucy Lou, good to see you. Fraggle hugs back at you. And Kathy C, great. Okay, I have a house full of mods. So this is going to be great. Yeah, Miss Hussey sometimes comes in here to troll just to tell me that I'm boring. But here's the thing: if I was so boring, why does he continue watching me?
Yeah, that's a very good. That's a very good question too. I don't know. I guess it's called having no life.
No, I guess. Well, none of them has a life. Even before the pandemic, a lot of us like to call it the Budweiser or the beer virus around here.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have no life. So, anyways, we're gonna measure. So we just so I already talked to you about DC Clara. Everybody, channel members, put your DC Clara and your finest Mrs. Olsen hat emojis on the screen. So we already discussed DC Clara because of your broadcasting. We just covered a little bit of Miss Hussey. And so you've got a little bit of background. We're going to get the stop clock. Like I said, once I hit start on the clock, I start trying to explain to him, Haydur Nation. He will react he will react how he will react. He'll ask or say whatever comes to his mind. During that half hour while the stop clock is going, I will not be able to talk to the chat. This is my challenge. If at the end of 30 minutes he is extremely confused or he actually understands perfectly what I've been talking about, I realize my challenge. Well, if we are where we are now, I failed my mission.
If people think that I'm going to be extremely confused after the 30 minutes, no, I'm extremely confused now. Never mind after the 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You know the part after you said listen carefully or when you're going to start the clock? That's exactly where I'm going to get confused.
Oh, you're already confused.
That doesn't take a lot, believe you me. Trust me. Okay, here's the clock now. Okay, no pressure here.
Can you see the clock? Chat, let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if you can see the clock. If you can
I can see the clock, yeah, and I feel like a sweat is already pouring down my head. I'll be like Niagara Falls. I'll be like Niagara Falls at 29 minutes and 59 seconds.
Yeah, but you can't fail this. It's only me that can fail this, okay? It's only me that can fail this. This should take some pressure off. You can't fail this. Okay, you're going to react how you're going to react. You're going to say what you're going to say.
Okay.
But, okay, it's me who, the challenge is on me that I set for myself. It's me who's either going to succeed or fail at this.
Okay.
Okay, so let's address the chat one more time before we start the clock. Okay, before we start.
Hi, everybody in the chat room. Love you guys. And remember, when CK and I are going and talk about Haydur Nation, remember, focus on Fedora Chick's red hat and just think what might be underneath it.
Right. Exactly.
Remember, yeah. And if that sounds bizarre, you have no idea what you're going to be expecting after she starts this clock.
Thank you, channel members, for putting the DC Clara and the Mrs. Olsen hat. Oh, most of you remember Mrs. Olsen from Little House on the Prairie. Yeah, I put DC Media Girl in a Mrs. Olsen hat.
Oh, okay.
Because I felt like it. And because I'm petty that way. Okay. Oh, he deleted that stream. He deleted that stream? Of course he did. Yeah, but Kiwi Farms has got clips up, Jamie. Kiwi Farms has got clips up. All right. So, anyways. Okay, and before we start, before we start, just one little thing. Okay? It all centers, or it originally centered around the same two YouTube creators by the name of Amberlynn Reid and Foodie Beauty. Foodie Beauty is Canadian, Amberlynn Reid is American. Both are morbidly obese women who are unapologetic. They are struggling in life, but they are also unapologetic for who they are. And it centers around them, okay? Keep that in mind. Amberlynn Reid and Foodie Beauty before we start the clock. All
Okay.
right. Yeah, before we start the clock. Let's see what's going on in the chat first. One more time. Okay. Fedora has brains under her hat. Thank you. I should hope so, Death Valley.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, she's got a lot of hair, no bald spots or anything like that. Me, it's another story because apparently the UFOs out there have found a place to land when it comes to me. So
Actually, Peanut, who's in the chat, is very much into aliens and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. Hey, Chicken Shades. Good to see you. Start your engines. Are we ready to start the clock? Okay, everybody typed a 1 in, so it looks like everybody can see the stop clock clearly. Are we ready?
Oh, my God. I don't know if I can take the pressure.
Get ready. Get set.
BB.
Go. All right, here we go.
Okay, there's the
All right.
Okay.
Haydur Nation. Haydur Nation. This is a group, a motley group of people who do nothing. They devote their channels to about at least 85% of their videos on the same two morbidly obese women I mentioned before, Amberlynn Reid and Foodie Beauty. They tend to, all their videos are pretty much in the same theme. They find something to nitpick at, and they nitpick constantly, right down to whether or not one puts ketchup on their food or the other one places the paper towel behind the bananas on their countertop. And of course, their failed diet attempts. They nitpick at their clothing choices, their housekeeping skills or lack thereof. You name it, they nitpick at it. Mm-hmm. But here's and they've done this for years. They never tire of this. And they never tire of this. DC media girl Clara, who I told you about, is part of that. She's 56 years old. What a way to choose to end your broadcasting career, having a YouTube channel devoted to this sort of thing. That's sad, isn't it, Shell?
When I take a look at things like that, and like I said, when you're, especially if you're in, and for people who just joined the chat, and I said it before when you and I first started this broadcast, and I said, when you're working in a very sensitive area like electronic media or any kind of media that your name is on there, whether or not you're behind the scenes or in front of the microphone, in front of the camera, it's really very, very important to keep your private life from your personal life. And when you do things like that and you're in the public eye, the line gets very narrow.
Okay,
when you start doing that, and first of all, employers now generally, just about for any job, look at your social media.
This is true. By the way, in addition to having worked in broadcasting, I forgot to mention, he also has a certification in human resources.
Thank you. Yeah, and when I take a look, and it's not just limited here in Canada where we're broadcasting from, but in the United States and most other developing countries around the world, that they will look at your social media pages. That will take a look at some of your opinions, and if you do very, let's say, questionable postings of any kind, and you might think it may not, the person that usually will post might not think it as being questionable, but the way things are going now with jobs and HR people and companies, they want to have a squeaky clean record of their employees.
Okay, sorry, the clock is ticking. The clock is ticking.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, here's the punchline. Most of those people who react to these morbidly obese women are morbidly obese themselves.
Yeah. And I think too, when my heart goes out to the morbidly obese women, because it's 99.99%. It's not their fault. There could be a lot of reasons why this is happening. It could be metabolic. It could be a host of different reasons. And my heart goes out to them. When people depict women for being obese, and they think that it's all because they eat and whatever, and very narrow-mindedness, I don't think that's fair either.
No, but for the purpose of this, I mean, yeah, that is definitely a good discussion to have at another time.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, we have this challenge to get through. Okay.
Right.
So, anyways, so it's morbidly obese women who lead the charge. One by the name of Charlie Gold, who she herself has gained weight. She started off as a weight loss channel, but she took weight loss out. She kept promising weigh-ins, but she never delivered. Yet she would demand these for short. Okay, now she claimed her own dietitian said she could eat fast food. So she goes to McDonald's or has emergency pizza.
Oh my God.
But she would condemn these women for doing the same thing she does.
Well, that's so hypocritical. I mean, why would you say one thing and do something completely different? What type of an example is that really showing?
I know, huh? And then it gets better. So then you have another one like Life of a Free Spirit, Callie, known as Callie. Okay, she's not a skinny mini either. I mean, she's not morbidly obese, but she's not a skinny mini either. And her is another one, do as I say, not as I do. She and Charlie Gold, okay, both claim that if we disagree with them, we're racist.
I think they're getting the wrong definition of what racist really means. Pretty much. And I don't think that's racist. It's just a difference of opinion.
Indeed. And DC Clara, of course, being Jewish, but she only likes to mention she's Jewish when she feels one of us has, quote unquote, insulted her. Okay, I'm not saying she's not Jewish. I'm just saying she likes to use that when convenient. For instance, she likes to use that when it's convenient for her. Oh, by the way, I'm an anti-Semite. Did you know that?
Well, that's ridiculous because, I mean, I've known you for over 10 years. There has never been an anti-Semitic bone in your body. And considering the fact that I myself happen to be Jewish and you happen not to be Jewish,
yeah.
If you were that racist, we would never have been going out, never mind being friends. And I'm saying racist in quotation marks. So obviously that is completely false. And just because a person disagrees with somebody, that does not make them racist.
No, it shouldn't. And it doesn't make us anti-Semitic. It does not make us homophobic or whatever. But that's
not even what the definition of anti-Semitic is for people, for those people to say that. That's preposterous.
Yeah, exactly. So anyways, and then there's the latest hater that joined the scene, and she is nuts.
How nuts is she?
She is nuts. Thank you for the super sticker, Michelle. Much appreciated. How nuts is she?
I asked you first.
She lives in Montreal.
That's nuts already. Okay.
Yes. And apparently she claims she lives in my neighborhood. I'm already comforted.
Okay.
And she likes to tweet all kinds of shit. She's mean, she's nasty, and she's just plain evil. She likes to dox people's family members. Oh, yeah, and she and her friends have, quote unquote, said out loud on Twitter that they were going to find me and come and get me.
Oh, so it comes to that song, "They're coming to take me away." Ha ha! Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be me, though. I think it's going to be them. I think it's going to be them.
Yeah. No, that's a little bit. See, that could be really conceived as a threat for sure.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I'll play a clip after we turn the timer off. Okay, I'll play a clip later.
You could turn hey, by the way, just to let you know, you could turn the timer off at any time.
No. I got to play this. I promise to deliver, and I deliver, I shall. Yeah, and she's also overweight, and she's also very much overweight. She's morbidly obese, and she wears pigtails, and she looks like a cross between Rosie O'Donnell and Danny DeVito if they had a baby.
Oh, I don't want to picture that. Okay.
No, you'll see it later.
Oh, okay.
And then there's another player, another one in her 50s named Rose Thorne. She calls herself Rose Thorne. She openly has said that she's a cam girl, and she likes to, how shall I say this without getting my channel struck? She likes doing the horizontal mambo with a baseball bat, apparently.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. And she likes to come off as this school marm, okay? She likes to lecture Foodie Beauty, loves to lecture her about her lifestyle. And she wants her to be alone. I mean, this is a woman who trolled going to the food bank, claiming she found all this nice, unsoiled canned food in a dumpster.
And she's proud to say that.
I came from a food bank. She was trolling that. I have nothing against. I mean, we've all struggled and had to use the food bank every so often. There is no shame.
Absolutely, and food banks do tremendous work to the communities.
Exactly, but you don't troll it.
Oh God, that's
you know,
that's ridiculous. Honestly.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, resting bitch face. Good to see you. Okay.
I like that name. Okay.
Yeah, she's got a cool name, resting bitch face. She's got a cool name. So
hey,
okay,
nice to have you on board.
Yeah, and then there was this other dude. Okay, he liked to claim he was the leader. He hasn't made a video in a year and a half. He calls himself Michael B. Petty, and he's had 2 weight loss surgeries. Not one, but 2 weight loss surgeries.
Wow.
And he's still obese, but he rags on. But he's on Twitter with all his nastiness still, ragging on these 2 women.
Oh my God.
And then there is somebody called Yaba, the YouTube underground. I don't know. She lives somewhere in the America Midwest, but she sounds like a Southerner when she talks. And he has a girlfriend who likes to yell and scream in the background. YouTube underground calls herself Yaba, as in Yabba Dabba Doo. And she likes to call it. She likes to call it fat on fat crime. So this is the term that's coined. I believe she even made merch out of it. Fat on fat crime.
Oh my God.
And she calls her channel the support group.
Jeez, she calls it the support group. Okay.
Hey, Sudi, good to see you. Yeah. So, hey, Kitty, good to see you too. Yeah, so that's, yes. So this is the motley group. Most of them are morbidly obese themselves. They're not doing better themselves. More than likely, they're eating the same kind of junk food as Foodie Beauty and Amberlynn Reed do. Mm-hmm. When one of them talks about, and here's the thing. Okay, they love to speculate and talk about what their sex lives would be.
Oh, that's really, I mean, thank God we're not doing this before I go to sleep. That's something I really don't want to dream of right now.
You don't.
I don't know about you, but I don't want to dream about this, when I go to sleep, I want to count sheep. I don't want to count this,
Oh, there was a hater that actually calls herself Sheep. She calls herself Sheep.
I guess that's a bad idea. Okay.
Yes. Sheep. Okay. Is obsessed with a man called the Gaining Ground.
I hope they don't pull the wool over the man's eyes.
Nah, Gaining Ground knows what it's at.
Okay.
Gaining Ground knows where it's at. But the sheep, after months of somehow some perceived insult, is still obsessed with him. She's still obsessed with him because the Gaining Ground is credited with kind of knocking Charlie Gould's channel down a peg or 2.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so people have not quite gotten over it. So they doxed him. Oh yeah, and that's another thing what they do, haydurnation people. Okay? When they don't like you, no matter how small of a channel you are, and I know I went through this, they will dox you. Okay? You know what doxing means, right?
I have an idea what that means, yeah.
Yeah, okay. They will dox you. They will harass you. They will insult you. They will try to slander you.
Oh, so they'll give you all these type of compliments is what you're telling me. Oh,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And, as much as they claim to dislike these girls, they like to claim to believe that they are concerned for their health.
Mm-hmm.
They like to
concerned for their health. Okay.
Yeah, they like to. Yeah. So there's a term we coined for that called concern troll. A concern troll. Jamie, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the pizza, the OPS emergency pizza, Jamie. So, anyways,
is it all dressed or without pepperoni?
No, it's got pepperoni. I see the
Oh.
little red spots on it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Thank you so much, Jamie. Much appreciated. So, anyways, so that's they will slander you. They will do all this shit with you. And sometimes they will come and troll your chat and pollute your comments, take a dump on your comment section.
Oh, joy. That's okay. I'm glad I didn't just have lunch when you said that.
You know, like DC Media Girl, for instance, she claims she doesn't watch me and she doesn't like my channel. But for a woman who dislikes my channel, she did an awful lot of deep diving and went through my videos that I first uploaded 2 years ago that got almost no views when I was still a mental health channel.
You know, it's amazing when you get these people trolling your channel. And it's like, you obviously struck a chord with them for them to do it. But it's amazing when you were saying before, and no disrespect at all, because I know you were saying that your channel was a relatively small channel going back then.
It still is, but yeah.
And they still stalked your channel. And I'm saying to myself, if they really don't like you, why stalk your channel? Like,
well,
really,
it's the same thing. Why are they watching Amberlyn Reed?
Why are they watching it? Because you know what? Somehow you're getting through to them. Because let's play a little bit of psychologist here. You're getting through to them, and you know what? You're striking a chord, and you know what? You're really coming to force with them, because otherwise, like if I was in a situation where I didn't like if somebody said anything, I wouldn't even bother going to a channel or trolling it. Really.
Well, exactly. Well, here's the thing. I mean, in reality, they are probably Amberlyn and Chantal's biggest fans. It's weird because they keep watching them. I mean, whenever DC Media Girl or Callie, they do a video or they do a live stream, they're always complaining, oh, God, Amberlyn just uploaded or Foodie Beauty just went live, and now we have to react to it. It's like, God.
Well, you don't have to react to it. You don't react to it.
Exactly. Like, here's my thing. As long as you're not hurting other people, I don't really care what you do. You know what I mean? As long as you're not hurting other people.
Yeah, it's called respect. That's what the same thing is. Like for me.
And if you can't respect, just ignore. If you can't respect, you can't find it in yourself to respect. But anyways, yes.
That's the thing. I'm like you, that we respect everybody, and look, we live in a democratic area that we're free to express our opinions. But that freedom of expression is good when you treat everybody properly.
Exactly.
And it's like everybody has different points of views. You have a different point of view. Other people have different points of view. Whatever.
Hang on. Because we're 13 minutes away, and I'm not done.
I thought you were conducting an orchestra there for a second. Okay.
I am conducting an orchestra. So these people, anyways, they nitpick at what these girls do and how they live their lives. Like right down to the earrings they're wearing, or how they're wearing the earrings, or how they're wearing a certain article of clothing, or what condiments they're using on their food, or how they're walking, or that they're not walking, or they're not doing an exercise properly if they're exercising. They nitpick at every little thing they do and say. And nothing they can say or do, they can't win. So, and the other thing is, with these people, war is peace, peace is war. They claim they care about these girls' health, but on the one hand, they claim they're racist, they claim they're anti-Semites, and they're homophobic, but on the other hand, they claim to care about their health.
And that, you can't have it both ways. You either care about a person's health, you encourage, but you don't insult them or call people racist or anti-Semitic. I mean, you can't have, it's either one or the other.
Yeah, exactly. So what ends up happening is we're so distracted to the point, they get us so distracted to the point where that we often lose sight. How did this all start? Over two morbidly obese women, and it gets detracted, to this, who's racist, who's not. Oh, and by the way, those who are part of their camp, like their so-called camp, who make the racist comments, like seriously racist comments, that gets a pass. And if you decide you no longer want to play their reindeer games, and for whatever reason, either you're tired of it, you discover it's not constructive enough, or you had some kind of epiphany, whatever the reason, if you choose to leave it, they are going to come at you like a bunch of rabid hyenas.
That's ridiculous, honestly. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, what I'm going to say is very, very simple, because I don't want to, take the remaining 10 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock. But you know what? Like, honestly, and again, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but it's all about respect. I mean, really, it's all about respect. I mean, stop using definitions that are absolutely unfounded. Like, stop calling you a racist if you don't agree with them. Stop trolling a person's channel if you don't agree with them, or insulting or whatever, because that's not going to give your point. And you know what? It's going to make whoever it is that's going to troll people's channel, they're going to look like idiots, because that's exactly
they
what
already
do.
do.
So they're not putting together any points whatsoever. That's my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. So I want to hear Chuck's opinion on all of this at the end. Don't worry, and I'm not Chuck, I'm CK.
No, I was wondering, because you didn't look like Chuck, because you're still wearing the same red fedora.
No, Chuck, we call Charlie Gold Chuck. We nickname Charlie Gold Chuck. I'm not Chuck, I'm CK. Fedora chick, Fedora. That's what we call. Okay, anyways. I wasn't, okay, anyways. 9 minutes and 34 seconds left on the clock.
But who's counting?
All right. So there are like about 100 reaction channels, newcomers coming onto the scene, and they make about 80% on average of their content is on the same two women. The same two women, on Amberlynn Reid and Chantal. Yet when you watch their content, it's not that exciting. Particularly Amberlynn Reid's content is not that exciting, at least not in my opinion. She talks about her life and stuff like that, and she does clothing hauls. She shops for clothes, shows her clothes, shows what she's eating, does a mukbang, that sort of thing. And Chantal does mukbangs and does lifestyle thing, does it a little bit differently from the other one. And yeah, once in a while they do troll to bait their audience, to bait the haters, exclusively the haters, and it works like a charm, because you watch them dive head first into their fainting couches.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, that's what happens. That's what they do. They claim they're being constructive, but here's the thing: when somebody like Charlie Gold is using terms like sodium-filled whale, or cheeseburgers going up to the brain, or claims that Amberlynn is only taking her weekly bath in a kiddie pool, stuff like that. But Charlie Gold is morbidly obese herself. In fact, she's gained weight recently. It appears that she herself has gained weight. She clearly can't do any better. Like those others, they can't do any better themselves, but they condemn them for failing at diets, for buying the wrong clothes, for eating the wrong food and not doing weigh-ins when they want them to do weigh-ins.
Well, they obviously, it's obviously one story for them and a different story for somebody else.
Yep, exactly. Oh yes, and if either of those two clap back at them, like fight back or defend themselves,
they're racist.
The racist is a mild one. They get dogpiled on. They do. They get dogpiled on. Videos are made right away. They dive headfirst for the fainting couch. Once they've gotten over their verklempt, they put out a video, or they're out on the Twitter machine tweeting all about it. They're tweeting all about it because somebody dared to clap back at them. Like they decided that, because when they decide they had enough, Amberlynn or Foodie Beauty have enough, they clap back. I
basically have 3 words to tell them: get a life.
Thank you.
Like, really get a life. I mean, if they're having problems of their own, and I obviously sympathize with if they have any health issues, as I would be with anybody like you. Yeah. But if you call somebody else that's going through the same thing something that's completely that you wouldn't call yourself, that's really hypocritical, and get a life.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
Like, give them the same sympathy you would expect people to give them.
Exactly.
You can't have it both ways. Like, get a life and grow up. Simple.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they can nitpick at these two women all they want, but once somebody claps back at them or critiques them for doing the same thing, oh, hell no, hell no.
Yeah.
And in the case of DC Media Girl, she does it with a bullhorn. So she does it with a bullhorn. But can you imagine being 56 years old like her, 56 years old, and she's still trying to make it with the in crowd like she's still in high school. She's still trying to make it with the in crowd. Sounds dignified, don't it? Yeah. So, you know, they're all trying to audition for the, they're all trying to audition for the click. They're all trying to audition for the click. It's so hilarious. It's like, get out of high school. And if you're, you know,
it's like Grease, beauty school dropout.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. So this is what we have mostly. They're not all morbidly obese. Let's be clear. They're not all morbidly obese, but most of them are morbidly obese, quote unquote, fat on fat crime, slamming at other morbidly obese women, claiming they care about their health. Oh yeah. And by the way, with these haters, all of a sudden, when you see the comment section over at Amber Lynn or Foodie Beauties, all of a sudden you see people who claim to be psychologists, dietitians, personal trainers, doctors.
I'm writing this down, eh? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm sure you're writing this down. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm really.
But they all claim to be these mental health and health professionals.
Good heavens.
They do. They do.
mental professionals, perhaps, but not mental health professionals. Okay.
Yeah, that would work too. And it's a lot of projection, okay? Definitely. It's a lot of projection, which is obvious, okay, on their part. Oh, yes, and they like to stab their squabbles between them every so often as well. You know, they like to have their little squabbles between them. It's just like high school. It's like they never grew up. It's like they're emotionally stunted, you know, and hey, cat scratch. But yeah, but they play these grown-up roles like therapists and doctors and dietitians and personal trainers.
You know, honestly, I just don't get it. I mean, you know, I think it's they're falsifying everything, and for them to say that they're, you know, professionals or whatever the case is,
and they all claim to know what's best for them.
Well, you know what? As you could figure out what's best for you, but at the same time, if anybody disagrees with you, you don't call them racist. I mean, if people want to eat and get fat, or if whatever the case is, you know what? If somebody's going through the same thing, you can't call yourself one thing and another person another thing. I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way.
No, it shouldn't. So, but that's what they do, and they feel they're completely justified in what they do. They feel they're completely justified in what to do. It's almost like the likes of Charlie Gold or On Program Situation somehow think they're skinny. I don't know. That's how they talk. Mm-hmm. That's how they talk. It's like they think they're skinny or something, or they think they're fit. Or this is the old thing, the old argument. Well, I'm not as fat as they are, so that makes me better.
Well, there's still a problem. They still have an issue like that. I mean, if they don't weigh 300 pounds, but they weigh 290, there's still a problem there. I mean, let's face it. You know, you want to get down substantially. You can't keep a weight like that and stay healthy.
No, it's true. It's true. But then they claim they're doing better. Like On Program Situation claims that her dietitians say that eating McDonald's is okay, so she can eat her McDonald's. But when she would do a video, she would get all over Foodie Beauty's case for eating McDonald's, for example.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well,
okay.
Well, that's one place I ain't gonna go to have to have my supper tonight.
I haven't eaten McDonald's in years.
Yeah, but neither have I.
Yeah, there we go.
If they sponsor you, I'll say that I eat at McDonald's. Okay?
They're not going to sponsor a vegan. Okay. So anyways, yeah, that's what they do. I have a minute and a half left. I think I've covered most of the ground. Here of explaining who they are, what they do. Oh, yes, and they used to hold special events called AmberCon, named for Amber Lynn Reid, where a bunch of them get together on a stream. Mm-hmm. And they do nothing but talk about Amber Lynn's sex life, or they nitpick at what she wears or what she eats or what she does.
That's ridiculous.
And claim they care about her health. All under the guise of they claim that they know what's best for her health.
So they care about her health physically, but mentally they trash her.
Pretty much. I don't think they care about her physical health either, because
No, they
you see them turn
don't.
around on Twitter, and that's where most of the nastiness happens, on Twitter.
Mhm.
And you see things like they're baiting on Twitter because they hope to see Chantal go into an eating binge, or they want to see Chantal have a meltdown, or they want to see Amberlynn have a meltdown or break her diet. You know, like they're counting the minutes down, how long it takes for Amberlynn Reid to break a diet. That's what they do. And you see all that laid out on Twitter. Oh, yes. And they make fun of Alzheimer's and dementia patients.
Oh,
Yes, they do. They do. They do. They do.
that's really
And
cool.
they are ableist. They are ageist. The only older people who are allowed are people like DC Media Girl and Rose Thorn, because they play their reindeer games as well. And that, with 1 second on the clock. Yep. Hang on. Whoa, I didn't know this thing would beep. I never tried this. Okay. So anyways, let's stop the share screen, and we're going to talk to you in the chat as well. And, oh, we're there. Okay. Okay. So, all right, there we go. So anyways, let me just address the chat first briefly. We're going to go up a bit. Yeah, that's it. Hang on. Okay, Amara Marie. I want to hear Chuck's opinion on all this at the end. Yes, his name is not Chuck either. His name is not Chuck. He'll give his opinion in just a second. Okay. Okay, Death Valley. They might be madder than us. Yeah, right. Most sane individuals would not be doing that. Very true. And pick apart everything they say and all that they do. From Michelle and Linda. Very true. And yep, they live for the insults. Yep. Okay, anyways, so here we are. These girls eating have saved their lives. Eating is their coping mechanism. Whatever haydurnation is continually bullying them, they will never lose the weight. Exactly. Purple Clover. What they did to Gaining Ground was, it was horrible. We're not going to talk about Gaining Ground in this stream, though. It's another discussion for another time, because, first of all, he has no idea who Gaining Ground is. But, he has no idea who Gaining Ground is. Hey, Cat Scratch. Okay, so. All right. So, anyways, now that I've explained it, are you confused? Do you understand who they are, what they are, or what they're about?
I'm just confused in their hypocrisy, tell you the God's honest truth, because when a person, is overweight, in 99.99% of the cases, it's not something that they wish it to happen. When a person's overweight, or it's not something that they when they were born and as they were growing up, they say, I want to be overweight. It's obviously a very serious issue. It's an increasing problem, and I really feel for each and every one that's overweight. And I was overweight, and I've tried my best to get down my weight. I was over 200 pounds, and now I weigh about between 175 to 180. And I even found over 200 pounds myself was a lot, and it was very hard for me to walk, and I was always huffing and puffing and everything. And the people that are, let's say, obese or really overweight, I mean, for people to make fun of them, it's like anything else. It's like high school of people bullying other people. I think it's wrong. And
what do you think of the component of women people who are morbidly obese themselves, and they too, like the girls that they review, obviously failed at diets too. I mean, diets are set up to fail anyone, but that's another discussion for another time. My point is, they can't do better themselves, but they expect better from them.
Well, that's hypocrisy, because you can't expect better from other people. You have to look at yourself first. Before you start criticizing other people, take a look at yourself. Take a look at the people around you that have the same situation, like family or friends or whatever the case is. And you know what? you work together or you work individually to try to see what you could do to try to, better yourself or whatever. But you can't say one thing for yourself and then go to other people and say, you're this and you're that and whatever the case is. Because why are other people different than the way you are? And,
yeah, exactly.
And the thing is, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And
well, like I said, I mean, I started doing videos reviewing those people, okay, reacting to them. They're not very pleased about it. And there are others, we're a smaller group, and our opinions are obviously more unpopular.
right.
But at the end of the day, I have to go with where my conscience tells me to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to go what I don't believe in just for the sake of views and clicks and subscribers and channel members and et cetera, et cetera. So I make that conscious decision. I knew it was unpopular. I just never knew I would have gotten doxxed. I would have gotten threatened. But you know what? I still do it anyway. And every so often, just for comedy and just to be petty, I do parodies as well.
Mm-hmm.
But, and I have parodied a lot of these people. And anyways, these people, I mean, it's like, I think they hate themselves. They obviously, especially in the case of the overweight, the obese people who do this, engage in this so-called fat on fat crime. I think they hate themselves.
They do hate themselves. I mean, if you were positive about yourself, you would reach to other people.
And they're projecting it on these women.
Yeah.
These two women who do as they please. They do as they please pretty much. They know they're morbidly obese. They know they're struggling with food addiction, but they're unapologetic about it.
Mm-hmm.
They're unapologetic about it, and they do as they please. And that pisses them off to no end.
Of course.
That pisses them off to no end. They do as they please. Once in a while, they'll try a diet. They fail at it, I mean, it doesn't matter how much you weigh at the end of the day. If you're 600 pounds or if you're just 20 pounds overweight, most people fail at diets. Statistics show that diets are designed to fail,
It's probably one of the hardest things in the world to do, and to stick with it and for you to get the results, because for every 10 people or every 100 people that are on a diet, maybe 1 or 2 at the most will succeed. It's a very, very low thing, and especially when it comes to these New Year's resolutions, that's a load of garbage.
I mean, for me, I can relate to both Amberlynn Reed and Foodie Beauty, but again, that's another video, another stream for another time. I'm not going to get into why right now.
Gotcha.
It's another stream for another time, but this is why I got into it, because I can relate to it. I mean, that's me. They are me in a lot of respects. They are me.
Yep.
And I am them. Sort of like, and I think most of us, more than we care to admit, some less than others, I think a lot of us can relate to these women, and that's why these women get the views. Not completely, but I would suspect a small part of their audience, why they have a large audience, is people can relate to their struggle. I know there's a lot of others that watch simply for what they perceive as the train wreck aspect of it.
Uh-huh.
Well, the so-called circus thing, it's weird. But yeah, so this is how they devote their channel. They make money off this. They make money doing this, some more than others. So let's go to the chat for a second. Tough love doesn't work, or most of us would be perfect. Absolutely true, Kate. Thank you, Kitty. Exactly, Kate. Whip someone into submission. It's not the way. Exactly. In fact, some will beat back, will push back, whether it's in their interest to push back or not, they're going to do the complete opposite. It's ironic that you tell the truth and you catch your crap for it. You're no hypocrite, Fedora, which is what all of HN are. Thank you so much, Kate, for saying that. If my child was doing what HN do, I would be losing my mind. No way would I be happy with them bullying just another person, but that's just how I'm raising them. Very good. Thank you, Purple Clover, for that.
I see Amira Marie. She, losing weight 153 pounds was harder for me than recovering from opiate addiction. No joke. I
believe that.
I really have to take my hat off to Amira. Congratulations. That's absolutely amazing. And that's really terrific. Congratulations. Wonderful.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for sharing that, Amira Marie. Thank you so much, and congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations for your recovery from opioid addiction as well.
Absolutely.
Because that is a huge monster to recover from. That is a huge monster.
Good for you, though. Really good for you. Really trying to, get yourself all better and everything like that. That's wonderful. That's great. That's great.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Nikki Chuckles, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Plus, they grifted as well, Kitty. Yeah. Miss Hussey grifted. Miss Hussey, I got to tell you something about Miss Hussey. He had 2 GoFundMes almost back to back. The first one was he was going to go after Foodie Beauty legally. He wanted to sue Foodie Beauty for slander because she clapped back at him after he did one of his videos on her. Okay. And he ended up taking that down within 24, 48 hours because he got a lot of backlash for it. And then he set up another GoFundMe to get this, buy an iMac, a brand new iMac.
Boy, okay.
A GoFundMe. I always thought GoFundMes were for things like emergencies, like you're about to lose your home or your home went on fire, or you have, like, especially in the United States where there's not universal health care and they have they're raising money for medical bills, medical bills because somebody got sick, or they're raising for funeral expenses or even veterinary expenses because their pet got sick. That's what GoFundMes I always saw was for that, those kind of things. If you're fighting an eviction like yours truly is, stuff like that. But he wanted to have it for an iMac. He raised the money. He got his stupid iMac. He doesn't use it. He doesn't know how to use it.
After all that?
He doesn't know how to use it. No, he doesn't use it.
Oh my God.
Miss Hussey, who you saw with the wig there. So, no, he doesn't know how to use it. And then he claims he needed the iMac because apparently he's legally blind. He says he's legally blind. I don't know if that's true or not, because he is a troll. I don't know if that's true. I think it's trolling personally. But yeah, he claimed he needed the iMac. It's like, yeah, okay. If you need a bigger screen, I can certainly agree. A bigger screen than what your phone is. Yeah, fine. But I think you can do it with a cheaper PC.
Yeah, I think so.
You know what I mean? You don't need the most expensive desktop on the planet. But he doesn't know how it works. He can't produce he had promised better content, but he didn't deliver. And Rose Thorne, she of the baseball bat, the school marm type of thing, I don't know if she started it, but she talked about starting a GoFundMe to buy herself an air conditioner.
Well, sometimes, it gets so hot and it's obviously very uncomfortable for people who've been.
I know, but I never thought that's what GoFundMes were for.
Yeah, but it's amazing it's amazing now that we know what people use for GoFundMe. They'll use it for anything. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, Kitty. They tried to say the girl scammed, but they were the ones with the GoFundMes. Exactly. Jamie, they project their insecurities onto others. They see to be more vulnerable, pathetic. Exactly, Jamie. Don't forget Miss Hussey's Amazon wish list. You know what was on it? Luxury cars. I had no idea Amazon even sold cars, but they do. Luxury cars. On his Amazon wish list, he has Bentley, or he had, I don't know if he still does, but he did. He had Bentleys and Rolls Royces and Mercedes Benzes and BMWs. I swear to God, and furniture, expensive designer furniture. He thought his audience was going to purchase all that for him.
Good heavens.
Exactly.
That's ridiculous.
Exactly. And he sells signed photocopied pictures, printed from an inkjet, signed for $20.
Wow.
Talk about grift, huh? Talk about grift. And
talk about capitalism.
Yeah, exactly. Yet Hussey and French Fry Girl, FFG, claim that my GoFundMe is a scam. I'm spending it all on cigarettes and Fix-It. Yeah. You lived here under the same landlord that I go through.
Mm-hmm. Well, yes, I have.
You know who the landlord is.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Do you want to tell him what he begged you to do when you first moved in?
Yes, he actually asked me to fix him up with a woman.
Yeah, true story.
This is a person that wears a toupee, and if you turn it around, you actually see the label of where it's made.
Yep.
So, one time he came up to the stairs and he was wearing the toupee the wrong way. So I don't know if the wind blew it the wrong way, if he was supposed to have it north and south and it was facing south and north or east and west or something. It was not. But he wanted me to fix him up with a woman.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He would beg you regularly to do that too.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, hang on a second, Linda. Yes, a very good point. It was friends that set it up, the GoFundMe for me. It wasn't me who set it up. Yeah. It was friends who set it up. They judged they even made a judgment call of what the appropriate amount would be. Then, they asked me how much I thought I needed, and I gave a very conservative. I lowballed the amount, and they came up with a higher amount. So. They came up with the amount, you know what I mean? And if it makes goal or not, it made 3/4 of the way to goal, and I so appreciate it, and I'm overwhelmed by it, so I appreciate it, you all. Fedora, I remember Hussey was on Belinda's channel because she was getting super chats, and he wanted his link out there for their money too. Oh yes, because Belinda runs a channel called Haydurnation News Network. She does like a satirical news show on these people. She does, and she's funny as fuck. She should be on Saturday Night Live. And
better than Elon Musk, that's for sure.
No, she does. She even has funny weather reports, like guests come in and submit a weather report to her too. It's a lot of fun, and she and her little dog Oscar. She has a little dog called Oscar, and he's her producer. And she does the news show. And anyways, when she was doing a live stream, she had Miss Hussey on with her. And because she was getting super chats, because people like her, right? He decided to plug his PayPal on her chat.
Oh, jeez.
Like it's not his channel. He was, exactly. The landlord is a cat.
I like one thing that Kate H said on the chat. The landlord sounds like a catch.
Oh, yeah, so much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so much. And Belinda was embarrassed, Kate. Just hope it helps, STFC. It is a big help, Linda. It is. Like I said, I have to keep that money aside because my legal thing is just beginning. I've already given payment to a lawyer, and that's going to continue. So, thank you all. Yes, Belinda is hilarious, and she is a good person. Belinda is definitely good people. Purple Clover, you shouldn't have to defend yourself. They're sad, sad people hoping the GoFundMe helps. Thank you, and it has been of immense help, Purple Clover. Thank you for saying that. Yeah. But, Ms. Hussey, Belinda also does fun edits as well, you know what I mean? And to get roasted and toasted by Belinda is an honor.
Mm-hmm.
It's an honor. Anyways, I'm going to introduce you to French Fried Girl briefly. We're going to be watching.
I'm going to get going in a few minutes, but okay.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah. So, anyways, hang on a second. We're going to watch it from Belinda's because we're not going to sit through a whole FFG stream. Okay. It's not going to be one of her news networks. It's just an edited a compilation of what this girl is about. Okay. And it's called French Fried Twitter. Okay. It's called French Fried Twitter. And share screen. Okay. Chrome. All right. Here we go. Can you see it?
Yes, I can. I'm seeing something loading up on YouTube.
Yeah, it's
French
loading
Fried
up.
Twitter. Yeah.
Watch how unhinged she gets. Watch her facial expressions in that. Yep.
Come to Twitter. Come. Everybody come to Twitter. Come.
She's the one who lives in Montreal, supposedly in my neighborhood, who wants to come and get me, by the way.
Oh, boy. Okay.
That's her.
You were missing all the fun. And the
Are you feeling the Annie Wilkes, Glenn Close, bunny boiling vibes here?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Come back to Twitter. Boo, we miss you. Like 75% of the crazy is gone now. You understand that, right?
Well, no, the 75% of the crazy is still on Twitter, but anyways.
I say 75% because 25% of that fucking crazy is on Twitter.
Yeah, she accused, she and some friends also accused Gaining Ground of doing inappropriate things falsely.
Okay, standing by. Yep. Getting over.
Yep. Oh, yeah, this is what she says about the mom. See how she and others make fun of dementia? Look.
You know, it's awful. It's really awful.
Do you see it?
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I came back to Twitter last summer because everybody on YouTube was talking about how fucking nuts the Gaining Ground was acting on Twitter. And I got sick of missing all the fun.
Look at those eyes.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I know Halloween is October 31st, but do you really have to present that now in the month of May?
It's early Halloween.
He brought me to him, okay? And then he brought
We're not going to watch the whole thing, so anyways.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. From the
We're going to get to the part about me because Belinda was kind enough to mention me. That's me. You can see this.
Yep.
Other creators set it up for me.
Yep.
No, I didn't. Except Arnold Bennett, I wouldn't be using services that no longer exist. Arnold Bennett hasn't run his clinic in a while. Look at this. She says we're neighbors. This is one. Get her. If I can help, I'm on the other side of the provincial border.
Oh, this is already threats. This can go to the authorities.
She deleted the tweets afterward. Convenient. But look, the internet is forever.
Yeah, well, that's the problem.
Nobody ever has to stand up for dumb shit that came out of my mouth, and I don't have to.
Okay, so that's your basic introduction to French Bride Girl. What do you think of her?
Not much. You?
Do you think I have reason to be slightly concerned or just, nah, blow it off?
Well, I mean, I would say right now, blow it off. But I mean, obviously, I don't know if you recalled ever seeing her on the street or whatever the case is. And I don't even know how she would know where you're even living.
That's what I don't get either.
Yeah.
I don't
So
know
I don't know if it's
live.
more of a scare tactic than anything else. You know,
She actually claims she lives in NDG, which is not where I live. I don't live far from there, but
yeah, well, we won't say where you live.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm not actually in NDG. But
yeah, no, I know, but I think maybe.
To be honest, I've never seen her. I've never seen her around the neighborhood.
Well, let's hope that you don't. And I think maybe she's just trying to use it more of a scare tactic than anything else. And I mean, obviously, you know what she looks like, and if you do see her, you know what to do. You know what type of measures that you would need to take.
Yeah, I know.
But
exactly.
I doubt it very much that she really knows where you live because you never made it public where you live.
Does either. Like I said, I've never seen her in the neighborhood. I've never seen her in the neighborhood. If I had to go out and run an errand, I never seen her around.
I mean, maybe her neighbor was the late Mr. Rogers, but that's pretty much, you know. Can you be mine? Can you be mine?
I mean, if I found that she was living in this building, well, I'd be absolutely horrified. But I'd be absolutely horrified, and then my landlord, I could probably make his day. Bye, you know.
Yeah. You and Clint Eastwood. Okay.
You know, it's like, that is her. And but all these people, they make fun of Alzheimer's and dementia. Oh yeah, and that same girl also said to Belinda, who actually compiled that video I just showed, Haydurnation News Network. She said on Twitter to Belinda that she hopes that Belinda is locked in one of those nursing homes where they neglect you, and she would be stuck in her own urine, where she'd be beaten regularly.
Oh, that's disgusting. I mean, like, I really don't have to react to that. All people need to do is just listen to that, and I think it shows how stupid this person is.
Yeah, exactly.
It really shows what this person is all about, and
like she's the crazier of the gang, and they're probably weaponizing her. They're they're weaponizing her. But I think she's the newcomer. She's crazy. I get all kinds of Annie Wilkes Bunny Boiler vibes here, and but but yeah, she's but they all make fun of Alzheimer's and dementia.
Yeah, it's disgusting, honestly. You don't make fun of a debilitating disease, and you know what? If that person were to have dementia or any other debilitating disease, they'll think twice and they'll wonder why they were so cruel to other people when they made fun of them.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Yeah. Her channel, French Fried Girl there, her channel has grown exponentially. I have no idea why. Probably she's getting all kinds of vibes. Yeah, Kathy, she is nuts. Cat Scratch, Purple, yes. They should have gotten her Twitter account shut down. Absolutely true. I know, Linda, baffling, isn't it? I need to find her and send her to jail. I agree, Death Valley, better safe than sorry. But yeah, that's so these are the nut jobs that we have to deal with regularly. Well, we don't have, you know what I mean? Yeah, this is what we contend with. This is what we contend with. Right. Ostensibly, I just wanted to, I cover trash fires as well. I cover inappropriate behaviors. I've covered YouTubers who have exploited children, for instance. Mm-hmm. Like Eric Zink, and I covered James Charles too after that incident. I cover that sort of thing, but once in a while I get petty. And I do something lightweight like a parody, for fun, for shits and giggles, because I can. But I mean. Or experiment with edits on videos, sometimes I just want to experiment with the edits. What is going on in the chat right now? What are they saying? Purple Clover, they're using her, giving her bullets to fire. It will backfire one day. Very true, Purple Clover. Very true. So are you confused still? Or are you clear on?
I'm getting a little bit more information about what you're saying. So yeah, I thank you for sharing it. And these people are the way they are, and let's us be better people. In this chat room, and the people that are watching you, and let's we're much better than this. We're much better than that. And
exactly.
That's basically my takeaway of the whole thing is you're going to get people that are going to be like that. And there's also more people out there that are better, that have empathy, and they do care about people. And as you would say on your closing, take care of one another, each other.
You remember?
Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. You remember. I remember like it was yesterday. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. You remember. Very good. Yeah. Because we I mean, I've been blessed. I have a small community of my Mad Hatters, but I've been blessed by them. Like setting up and sharing the GoFundMe and promoting it. I've truly been blessed by them, in all honesty. I mean, I've had to take the bad with the good. I knew there would be consequences with what going in, but sometimes you just have to say what's unpopular. If that's what you believe, you have to keep the conviction of your beliefs, and there are often consequences that go along with that. And they say, it shouldn't be that deep, but it often goes that deep. They'll go and dox your family even, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's always a question of let your conscience be your guide.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it's all about, To coin Jiminy Cricket on Pinocchio, that's exactly what he would say, and it's true. Let your conscience be your guide. Yeah.
So what have you learned about, what are the lessons we imparted about, besides fat on fat crime? What are the lessons You can make it
Well, I
funny.
mean,
You can make it funny if you want.
well, you know what? The lessons that I learned is crazy people out there, and there's the smart people out there, and that's what that's what you always take away. We live in a community where people could express what they want, but there's a way of expressing things, and there's a way of respecting people, even if you don't agree with their views.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I mean, on any post that I've ever done on Facebook, or if I've ever done any editorials on radio, I don't care if somebody disagrees with me. I mean, that's fine. It's a free country. It's a democracy. Everybody has a right. But when you start knocking a person down, their family, their characteristics, if they have Alzheimer's, or if they're morbidly obese, or they have weight problems, you don't start personally assassinating them, and that's where the free speech stops. I mean,
exactly.
you want to disagree, that's fine. We could do it respectfully, and look, who knows? Sometimes, we could take some points out of each other's views. Sometimes people will say something I may not necessarily agree with, but I might take a couple of points, and I'll take that, and I'll say, you know what, the person. That's what you call respect and open-mindedness. But when you start putting people down because they say one thing, they have a particular point of view, and you trash the person, not the view, that's where it stops. And you trash the person, their friends, their family. I'm sorry, that's unacceptable.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, Linda says you speak the truth. Linda says you speak the truth. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, Kitty also approves. Kate says you were guided by your conscience, Fedora, and that is much needed and appreciated. XXS. Thank you so much, Kate. Death Valley says you are guided by your conscience, Fedora, and that is much needed and appreciated. Thank you, Death Valley. Thank you, much appreciated. Thank you, Nikki Charles, for the positive comments here. Death Valley is applauding. Death Valley. People don't seem to know how to debate eloquently nowadays, and they always have to punch below the belt. Exactly. And here's the other thing where it's a distraction when people like Callie and Charlie Gold or Michael B. Petty or even All Program Situation, they accuse us of being racist, for example. It is a deflection because they accept it from their side of the street, from people they like. But they accept it from people they like.
See,
but
there's a definition when a person calls somebody racist because they disagree with what you say. That's not what racist is. There's a difference between, let's say, bias. There's a difference of opinionated, but that's not what the definition of racist. Racist is used too much, and it's not used properly in the prime definition of what it is.
Well, exactly.
If a person, like, let's say, if you say that the sky is blue and I say it's partly cloudy, you call me a racist? That's not racist. It's opinionated.
No, it isn't.
It's opinionated. It's a certain viewpoint, but that's not racist.
No, it isn't. Well, I'll give you something even better. Like recently, French Fry Girl, our Montreal crazy girl, she made a snide comment about Jew money, using the term Jew money. And she got called out for it. Okay, she got called out for it. And then what she did on Twitter was she put up a picture. She says, I'm part Jewish. And she put up a picture of a box of Straight's matzo ball mix.
Yeah, so what? I mean,
it's like, okay, like you said, you're Jewish. We lived together for 9 years. We lived together. We never had a box of matzo ball mix in the house.
No.
So that's why I thought, oh, what a stereotype.
Matzah
stereotype.
Matzah to me is considered like the Hoover Dam. It'll stop the flow of water from the water. So let's put it this way, or it's like the different highways and byways of major cities when the traffic is completely like a parking lot. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what Straight's matzahs or anything of matzah is all about.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, by the way, Kate thinks we have a brilliant ex relationship. Thank you.
Well, we're very, very good friends. I mean, I speak to, I speak to Fedora Chic practically every day, every second day on the phone, and we used to host radio shows together.
Yeah,
We've known each other for like close to 13 or 14 years now.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Just because we're not together, dating or whatever, but we still care for one another. Our friendship is a very deep friendship, and you know what? It's everybody has to learn to get along. I just wish that people just would get along so well. And I'm not home. Take a message, please.
Oh fuck! It's the landlord now.
Oh boy. Speaking of.
Do I answer and I talk about it on camera?
I don't know, but I'm going to let you go so you can tend to that.
No, I'm not tending to it. I just ignored it.
Okay.
I just ignored it.
Yeah, on a Saturday afternoon, I guess the guy has no life. Maybe he's still trying to look to see if maybe you could set him up with a date.
Oh God, I don't know what he's doing. He was very quiet after he delivered that handwritten letter. He himself is very quiet and leaving me. I sent him the response. He left me alone for 2 weeks.
Wow.
And I wonder what he's doing. He got his rent. He changed his check. I checked my account. He's got his rent. I checked my account. Wow. So it can't be about the rent.
Well, anyway, I don't want to talk about it publicly.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it publicly, and you could tell me off air afterwards, but yeah. But anyway, look, it's really been fun, CK, and I want to thank everybody in the chat room. You've been wonderful, and again, whoever was responsible to set up the GoFundMe for you,
hang on, I'm gonna mute the mic.
Okay, so in the meantime, I want to thank each and every one or Fedora Chic, Fedora Chic is on the phone right now. But yeah, so I just wanted to let people know from the chat room again, the people that set up the GoFundMe page. Thank you from CK and myself. The money's not going to me, so don't worry. But I want to thank each and every one, never mind that set up the GoFundMe, for the people that contributed and everybody that goes on CK's dedicated channel. Thank you so much. You are absolutely wonderful people. I don't know you. Maybe some names I might know of, be a little familiar with. But I really want to thank each and every one of you for being absolutely amazing. You have a lot to be proud of. You're part of a very close, tight-knit community, and I think at the same time that's really, really very special. And I thank you for the support that you have given CK, and I really think that your wishes and everything else is very, very, very important. And that's what I think. So really, from the bottom of my heart, I want to take this time to thank you, and also for being on CK's channel, for going on, for choosing to donate, for choosing to help, and even for the people that don't donate. That does not make you any less of a person. You are wonderful people, each and every one of you, in your own special way. And for her to have this close-knit community of which you all offer, that is absolutely amazing. And I really see the love and the care and everything else that you've been absolutely absolutely tremendous about. So I see that she is still right now on the phone, but really I want to take this time to really reach out to each and every one of you. You're special, you're wonderful human beings, and really pat yourself on the back. And I know you're doing it because you want to do it. That you don't have to do it. Nobody's putting any pressure on you. You do it because of the goodness of your heart and soul, and that is what it's all about. So I thank you, each and every one of you, from the bottom of my heart. Now, as I'm again waiting for Fedora Chic to come back on, I just also want to, in a way, promote my show. I do have a musical show each and every weeknight, 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Daylight Time, and it's actually on truetalkradio.com. So TRUETALK radio.com, And my name of the show is called Inside the Vault. If you like modern, progressive AOR rock with some oldies thrown in for good measure, then please feel free to listen to that show. And I host that show Monday to Friday evenings from 9 to 11 p.m. And that's the name of. I'll put the link up on my on a private chat to each and every one of you. And yeah, so I'm just trying to see. Let me see here. Oh boy, I think I just lost you, but I think I just lost you there somewhere. But yeah, so it's truetalkradio.com. So for those who like it, so take care, everybody, and be well. And we'll talk to you soon. And Fedora Chic will get back to you as soon as possible. Take care, everybody, and be safe.
So I apologize for this. I apologize for this. Here's an update. He has another potential offer for me, but and he only wants to do it in person. Basically told him I have to do it with a witness present. So I got to find me a witness, but he can wait. I told him I can't talk to him right now because I'm focused on something else. He can wait. All right. So anyways, I'm going to come back to you in the chat. Sorry about that. I apologize. I really apologize. And yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, exactly. I'm going to Death Valley. I'm going to. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay, hang on. Where are we? People don't seem to know how to debate eloquently nowadays. They always seem to punch below the belt. Oh yeah, that's where we were. LOL, Kate, I stole your props. It's really weird, we talked a bit about the landlord, and Seth just talked to you a bit about the landlord, and boom, he calls me. He's left me alone pretty much since he sent his notice. Boom, he's called me. Okay. I agree at Linda B. I love that Fedora still has a brilliant relationship. Thank you. They wouldn't go against or say things if they were in person. I'm not sure in the case of some people, Linda. Racism is thrown around too much these days. It's bringing less meaning to it. Absolutely, I agree with you 100%, Purple Clover. LOL. Yes, never say anything behind someone's back you wouldn't say to their face. True. I'm hoping that my ex and I can come to the same place. Well, I hope you too, Kate. I really hope you too. Because honestly, he's one of my best friends. Seth is honestly one of my best friends. We had a very amicable. I ate pasta tonight, so now I'm Italian. Mamma mia. See how that works exactly? Oh no. Bye, sir. Thank you, Amaru. Tell the landlord to communicate through your lawyer. Exactly. I wouldn't speak to him unless it was through a lawyer. Well, I didn't say anything to him. I told him I was in the middle of something. I kept telling him I'm in the middle of something and my mind is not focused. And that if he wants to talk to me in person, I'm going to have a witness present. But yeah, I'm going to be communicating with my lawyer on Monday. Thanks for the chat. I wouldn't speak to him unless it was through a lawyer. Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. Probably even if I have to get my lawyer on a Zoom cam. Yeah. Bye. Thanks for participating in our madness. I love this chat. You, sir, are a great bloke. He is. He is. Thank you, good sir. You seem like a really nice person. He is nice. Thank you, Seth. It's been a pleasure to meet you, and it's a pleasure to help Fedora. Oh, we love our Fedora. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Death Valley, Kate, Linda, Kitty, Death Valley. What's the name of the site? TrueTalkRadio.com. That's where he does radio on Sunday evenings. But I think he's taking a break from it. I don't know. He would know more about that than I would. Kathy, True Talk Radio. Exactly. Good memory, Kitty. No problem, Fedora. We can wait and amuse ourselves. I feel bad she has to deal with this. Jamie, I felt my blood pressure going up. Look at her go. She's really getting an earful. Tushy galore. True. I like him. I'll have to check him out for you. Gotta go. Oh, thank you so much, Linda, for stopping by. SMH at the landlord. I don't know. It's like Beetlejuice. He has this uncanny timing. You know, he's awesome. TY, thank you for introducing us to him. Bye, Linda, and maybe record conversation. Yes. That's the thing I haven't figured out. This is why I never use my phone almost, because I have trouble using it, and I've got to find a way. I've got to learn how to record phone conversations. God. Yeah, I got to learn how to record phone conversations. Exactly. Exactly, Terry. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Terry K. So anyways, at this point, let's shake our rattle can one more time. I don't know if Michelle is still around in the chat because it's her favorite part of the show. We'll do it. She'll catch it in the replay. So anyways, I want to thank everybody again for the GoFundMe, whatever role you might have had in it. I'm going to those of you who are watching in replay, all links to support the channel are in the description box below this video. Okay. So anyways, oh yeah, you should have heard my landlord. His tone went down. His tone went down when I mentioned that I got a lawyer. Hang on. I'm not home. Hello? Not yet. I'll tell you I'll call you as soon as I jump off, okay? Okay, bye. All right, sorry about that. We're not home. I'm like Miss Hussey in this way. The phone interrupts. This is how I'm like Miss Hussey. We had a bad landlord. We went through 10. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Jamie. This is something I never wish on anybody, honestly. All right, so anyways, here is the GoFundMe. It'll be up for another week. It'll be up for another week if you're interested. Also, for channel memberships, it's $1.99 per month. You get access to custom emojis as well as the weekly members only chat, access to the Mad Hatter's Lounge in my Discord server, and for most of my uploads, early access ad-free to most of my videos. Cool. Yes, Kitty, thank you for putting out the rattle can. Exactly. So here's a link to join the channel. If you can't see the join button, for PayPal, I've got PayPal. Keep away from the toll troll. Rest assured, I keep all your information confidential. I don't dox people. I'm happy to be out of an appointment. Hope things work out for you. Thank you so much, Jamie. You and me both. Yes, in Death Valley, yes, you're right. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. It's a free way to help your girl out. I also have merch. Take a look at my merch shop. Okay, take a look at my merch shop. And check out my second channel, Fedora Social Experiment. Check out my second channel, Fedora Social Experiment. Tomorrow I plan to go live. We're going to play Let's Ask Google once again because it was such a crowd pleaser last month. We're going to do it again. Tomorrow evening. It's going to be in the evening after supper hours in my time zone, Eastern time zone. So look out for my community tab. I will drop the link there when it's time. Okay, also, this is our Discord server. Like I said, channel members in particular, you have access to the Mad Hatter's Lounge. But you don't have to be a channel member to join my Discord. You have to be 18 and up to join, though. You have to be 18 and up to join. Yes. Hey, La Magrosa, we're about to end very shortly, but this is available up in rerun. You'll be able to say hi to my ex then. You'll be able to say hi. So that's my rattle can. That concludes the obnoxious e-begging portion of the show. So anyways, oh God, yeah, well, it's important to get rest. Yeah, it's important. But thank you for stopping by. But don't worry, Lamera, you'll be able to watch it in replay. So anyways, what else? So yeah, that is that for this. Thank you all for stopping by and your positive comments about Seth and myself and my channel and your ongoing support. It's really overwhelming and I truly appreciate all of you. You are all awesome. Mad Hatters, where we're all mad here, and it's a wonderful thing. Anyways, I've got to find some food and supper because I'm certainly not talking to him tonight without a witness present. Okay, so thank you so much. Please take care of yourselves and each other, and always remember, if there's somebody in your midst who is vulnerable or at risk, just remember, give them a call, DM them on social media if they got it. Sometimes just talking to them, sometimes just, well, I'm losing my train of thought again. God, he distracted me. He psyched me out. Damn. Not Seth, my ex, the landlord phone call. Damn, that psyched me out. Damn. Okay. What I meant was, if there is somebody in your midst who is vulnerable or at risk, give them a call. Sometimes lending a sympathetic ear is all it takes to make a difference in that person's world. Have a safe week, everybody. Like I said, tomorrow on Fedora Social Experiment, we're going to play Let's Ask Google again tomorrow night. Eastern Standard Time. Keep an eye out for my community tab. We're going to play Let's Ask Google. And let's see how it goes. Yeah, you're right, Kate. Thanks. Be kind or I'll F you up. That's what Fedora means. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, Death Valley. Thank you. Thank you so much, Death Valley. Thank you so much. You all rock. Have a great night, everybody. And thank you for the super chats, Jamie and Michelle. Much appreciated. Have a good night, everybody.